Seen the rings yet?
I have not seen the rings. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I will shortly. I really have no idea. None of us do.
Are you going to wear one, or are you going to put it away?
I'll probably wear it that night and then put it away forever.
Yeah.
Give it to mom or something. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Lane, were you curious about what the interactions between Carson and Nick were going to be like, kind of regrouping after the way that the season unfolded last year?
I mean, they're such good guys. They're such well composed that there really is no hostility between them. That's just being honest. So they work well together. Even last year, whenever Carson went down, Nick was right there. I felt like Carson felt like he was a part of it. So. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting situation, but I mean, it's a good problem to have. Even going in last year, I was thinking if anything ever did happen to Carson, how lucky are we to have a guy that's been here before, been in the system. So, worked out good for us.
What's the key to making that work? I mean, because it wouldn't necessarily work everywhere, given the egos in this business.
Yeah, it's really about just being selfless. I think him coming in the last 2 games of the season, he knew that everybody's been playing well. He was just trying to get in his rhythm heading into the playoffs. So. It all clicked once playoffs came here, but yeah, it was an adjustment period.
Lane, Bennett was running with the twos today, so you didn't get an opportunity to go up against him, but I'm sure when training camp comes around, you will. What have you seen? I mean, I know he's been here long, but what do you see? What do you expect to see out of him when you guys start going up against each other?
He's very active. He can play inside, he can play outside, so he's one of the more versatile guys on the team. Yeah, I played against him last year in Seattle. He's really good with his hands, really active, quick twitch. I mean, he does a lot of damage inside. A lot of the film that I watched, he was really over the left tackle and working inside. But just really the versatility, how well he can play both inside and out. A lot of people can't do that.
If I recall, there was one play in that game where you pretty much pancaked him. Do you recall that the one and what happened on that?
I'm trying to think. I think it may have been an RPO actually, backside. So I don't know what happened. If I got the best of him. He's got the better of me a few times, but yeah, he's a good player. I mean, no hostility towards us. I'm glad he's on our team. He's going to help us a lot with what he's able to do.
Lane, I'm sure you've been asked this, but you helped bring the dog mask and the underdog theme here to the Eagles last season. Coach said today that it's time to take off the dog mask and embrace being the hunted.
See, I don't agree with being the hunted. I think that's playing scared, playing timid. I feel like we're going to go out and go attack everybody. People want to say we got a target on our back. That's fine. I think if you attack it how we did last year, one game at a time, you don't really care what people think or if they got you circled, they got you on the bulletin board or by their nightstand. It really doesn't matter because when we come out, it's really about doing our jobs and putting everything else aside. So as far as our mentality, we're not going to be cocky or overconfident, but we know what we can do, and it's really about just take care of the process, working hard.
Do you think that applies to you individually as someone who became a Pro Bowler, became one of the elites at the position last season, and now is, you're not surprising anyone going into this year? Yeah,
I think the real thing you can take from it, I've been watching Jason Peters. One thing, he's talked about is not letting, a whole lot of people outwork you. You go out there, you stay extra after. So there's no excuse for coming game day that you shouldn't be confident in your abilities. So. That's really, I think, if you put in the work and maximize your ability along with having good talent, then you're going to do well. So,
Coach Stoutland said that Jason, speaking of him, is a man on a mission from God. Do you sense that being around him and knowing that everyone's probably doubting that he can get back to that?
I know so. I mean, even when he was in his early 30s, 33, what is he now, 36, people were doubting him then. So I think he's trying to rewrite the script as to how long you can play this game, how long you can play it well, and I think he's really out to prove that he can be, just as elite as he has been in the past. And that's just from watching him work and rehab, and I think a lot of it. I mean, y'all feel the guy. I think it's really good for him. It's been good for his whole career. He wasn't drafted, but I think he used that as fuel, and it just makes him better.
How about the first part of Doug's statement about kind of ripping off the underdog mask?
Yeah.
Is a mentality shift necessary given the circumstances?
Yeah, I mean that was fun. I mean, for the situation, it is what it was. We weren't picked to do anything, and really kind of a no pressure. As far as coming into it now, I think it's really about how you evaluate the team, how you evaluate the season. My thing is don't worry about the outcome, don't worry about the wins and losses. If you take it one game at a time and you put in the work, take it week to week and kind of avoid the distractions, and everything else will take care of itself where it becomes the easiest, I think.